Hi guys and gals, it's John
and Emily
with AFK Books and Records. Welcome to Rocktober. It's here, our biggest new release week ever.
since last week.
Deja vu?
Yeah.
We actually have 69 releases this week. We had 62 last week. Don't laugh. So Rocktober is an amazing month. There are a lot of great releases. Our friends at Rhino in particular release some amazing stuff every Rocktober. And we've got some giveaways for you here, right here. We've got a Stone Temple Pilots Greatest Hits and MC5 kicking out the jams for you on color vinyl. All you have to do is come in and fill out a slip and you might win both of these records. We're gonna do it as a double prize pack, all of that stuff together. Also, if you buy any Rocktober release, you'll get the super shiny Rocktober sticker. How cool is that? And we're going to talk a lot about the Rocktober releases in a few minutes. The majority of it is coming out this week. We've got like probably 15 different Rocktober releases, most of them on really cool color or rare audiophile versions. Yeah. But first, we got something really cool. We're doing our first ever K-pop party on Saturday at 2 p.m. We're gonna listen to the new album from NCT 127, the 5th album, which is called Fact Check, and we're gonna do a trivia contest and give away some cool swag. This is on Saturday again at 2. We're gonna give away this sticker sheet, and all you have to do is show up and listen to the new album, and you'll get that cool sleeve. If you buy or pre-order the album, and we've got 2 different versions, a super rare indie exclusive version and then just the regular version that you'll be able to get everywhere, you get this pack of Post-its with a special message from the band. Yeah. Also, for the trivia contest, which we're going to do after we listen to the record, you'll be entered to win, actually not entered to win, if you win the trivia contest, we're going to get a special grand prize shipped to us, probably in about 2 weeks direct from Korea. We don't know what that is, but the fact that it's coming from Korea means it's probably pretty cool.
Yep.
Because that's some expensive shipping. So in regards to this new album, let me put on the glasses because I'm old. The group is the first fixed and second overall variant of the South Korean boy band NCT. When they originally debuted, the K-pop crew consisted of 7 members, but since then they've gained 3 and lost 2. Math, I don't know where we're at there. In addition to one of the exhibit versions, which is right here, we also have the super limited indie exclusive, which includes a lyric paper, a sticker and postcard set, and a photo card, plus that other swag. If you want us to hold one of those for you, since supplies are going to be limited for the party, just message us or call us and we'll reserve either of those for you. Okay.
Keeping the K-pop train rolling, we've got ENHYPEN. The K-pop powerhouse group bring us their 3rd single in Japanese. Features 3 tracks, including an original Japanese song and Japanese versions of the band's Korean hits, Bite Me and Bills. We've got standard CD, that one, and then 2 limited editions, both with DVDs and one with a 38-page booklet.
Next up, we've got G-Idol Heat, the South Korean girl band's first ever all-English project. Channeling the excitement of K-pop, the group has been a trailblazer for women in the industry. In addition to their musical endeavors, they're known for making an impact with a special focus on mental health awareness. They released 2 versions of this album, Flare and Blaze, and we were lucky enough to get our hands on both. Both versions include mini posters, lyric paper, photo cards, and a transparent film photo. G-Idol Heat.
Next is &TEAM, First Howling, the 2nd EP from the Japanese boy band. Standard CD with a 12-page booklet and random photo card, and 2 different limited editions that include a 58 6-page book and a random photo card as well.
Cool. All right, so let's rock into Rocktober. Talking Heads, Little Creatures, their 6th album is back on vinyl for the first time since its original release. It includes the classics Road to Nowhere, And She Was, and Stay Up Late. It's on limited edition sky blue vinyl. So excited for this. I've got my original copy, but I want this cool blue copy, so I'm gonna get one of those too.
Next up, we got more Talking Heads, True Stories. Their 7th is also back on vinyl for the first time since the OG release. Includes Wild Wild Life, Love for Sale, and Radiohead, limited edition red vinyl.
Next up, Van the Man, Astral Weeks. His gold certified sophomore album is considered one of rock's greatest records. Features the classic hits Cypress Avenue, Madame George, and Sweet Thing on limited olive green. Van the Man.
Next up is Iron Butterfly, Inagata de Vida, baby. The epitome of psychedelic excess, it was Atlantic Records' top-selling album for several years, the biggest-selling album of 1969, and has sold more than 30 million records worldwide.
That's a lot of gotta.
That's a lot. Features a 17-minute long title track, and it's on crystal clear.
Next up, Buffalo Springfield. Again, their 1967 sophomore effort has been hailed by Rolling Stone as one of the greatest rock albums of all time. A truly collab effort. It features songs contributed by Neil Young, Stephen Stills, and Richie Furay. Rocktober edition is on crystal clear vinyl.
Next up, we have Foreigner. This head-knocking 1977 debut album is being re-released as a limited edition crystal clear vinyl in celebration of Rocktober. It features 10 tracks, including hit songs Cold as Ice.
You're as cold as ice.
Feels like the first time?
No, I'm not doing it.
Okay. And Long, Long
But
Way
I'm
from
willing
Home.
to
And if you get this one, you get double hype stickers.
The band, The Last Waltz. The set contains music from what is considered to be one of the greatest concert films of all time, and it's celebrating its 45th anniversary. It includes 2002 remixes overseen by Robbie Robertson. That's a lot of 2002 remixes. Wow, man, this is packed. And features a handful of notable artists like Bob Dylan and Neil Young and Joni Mitchell and the Staples and Ringo Starr and Muddy Waters and Ron Wood. Yeah, so many. Anyway.
Next up is Stone Temple Pilots, Thank You. This compilation of the American rock band's greatest hits is on vinyl for the first time ever. It has 15 hits including Interstate Love Song, Plush, Vaseline, Creep, and more, pressed on limited edition blue vinyl.
So many more. Big Band Baby, Lady Picture Show, what else do we have? Sex Type Thing, Wicked Garden, so many. Such a great record. It's beautiful. I love stuff.
And there's an etching on the fourth side.
No way.
Yep.
Next up, Grateful Dead, Madison Square Garden, 1981. Of the legendary arena, Bob Weir said, "This place was both horrifying and titillating. We had to rise to the occasion every time, and they most definitely did." On limited edition 5 LP. It's a bougie box.
It's so
Check
bougie.
it out. Bougie.
I like the artwork. Next up, The Cars, Greatest Hits. Just what you needed. The American pop rock band's classic selection of greatest hits is set on red vinyl in celebration of Rocktober. The 12 tracks include fan favorites like Shake It Up, Magic, and Just What I Needed.
Just what I needed. ZZ Top, the best of the first compilation with hits from their first 6 albums, includes LaGrange, Tush, and Just Got Paid. Rocktober edition on limited blue jean blue vinyl. ZZ Top.
Is this Rocktober?
I think it might be. It's a Rhino release during the time of October. So we're gonna call it, and it rocks. So we're gonna call it Rocktober. Here, I'll hold this.
We have Van Halen, The Collection 2. This iconic box set is the sequel to The Collection 1. It includes 5 LPs remastered from the original tapes by Bernie Grundman, covering studio albums and rarities spanning from 1989 to 2004. The compilation spotlights singer Sammy Hagar, guitarist Eddie Van Halen, drummer Alex Van Halen, and bassist Michael Anthony.
And includes this amazing slip mat right here, Van Halen. We only have a couple of these left.
Yep.
Took a bunch of pre-orders. If you want one, you should probably let us know now. But we'll try to get more. But we saw there wasn't a lot at the Warner Brothers. Next up, the Monkees' greatest hits. You know, people say they monkey around, but I think they're too busy singing to put anybody down. All the songs you know and love pressed on limited yellow flame vinyl for Rocktober. Now, I'm a believer. The Monkees.
Hey, we're the Monkees.
Mm-hmm.
People say we'll monkey around. Aha!
Too busy
Hunting
singing.
High and Low. Their platinum debut includes the classic hits Take On Me, Hunting High and Low, and The Sun Always Shines on TV. Limited edition on Sunset Orange.
Next up, Portugal, The Man. Woodstock, the band's Blockbuster 8 studio album, features Feel It Still, Live in the Moment, and So Young, Rocktober edition on limited crystal clear vinyl.
Next up is the McFive.
McFive?
Kick Out the Jams. Their groundbreaking
The McNugget. I haven't had dinner yet.
Their groundbreaking 1969 electro debut album, recorded live in Detroit, produced by Jack Holtzman and Bruce Botnick. The Doors. Rocktober edition on clear and red splatter.
Next up, MC5, Back in the USA, their debut studio album and second album overall, following 1969's live album, Kick Out the Jams. This 1970 Motor City masterpiece is pressed to limited crystal clear wax for October and includes the bangers Looking at You, Let Me Try, and American Ruse. McFive.
So next up is Bad Company. The chart-stomping 1974 blues rock debut from Paul Rodgers & Co. with smash hits like Ready for Love, Bad Company, and Can't Get Enough. Hey, you still can't turn on the radio and not hear one of these songs after a few minutes on limited crystal clear.
Bad Company. Matchbox 20 Yourself or Someone Just Like You. Their diamond certified debut studio album, originally released in 1996 and spawned several US top 40 smashes, including Push, 3 AM, Real World, and Back to Good. This is a Rocktober edition on crystal clear vinyl. Matchbox 20. All right, now we're gonna hop into the hip hop. Y'all ready? Here we go. Stand with the Warner Brothers. Mac Miller, Divine Feminine, his fourth studio album released in 2016 and features Anderson .Paak, Ariana Grande, Kendrick Lamar, Ty Dolla $ign, and more. This is a limited edition pressed on translucent light blue. So if you want this cool light blue version, you should order it now from us. Just message us right now or call 757-962-1996. Hey, but wait, there's more. Mac Miller, Good AM, the late rapper's third studio album, released in 2015, and features appearances from Ab Soul, Chief Keef, Miguel, Lil B, and more. Limited edition, pressed on spring green wax. And look who has just arrived to help us with the hip hop video. I can't believe it. I'm gonna do this one and then I'm gonna get some help. But we also got this super bougie 5th anniversary edition version of Swimming that has all kinds of cool colored vinyl in it. Absolutely incredible, big old bougie swimming box. And now Keith is going to help us out. Keith has arrived. I haven't seen Keith in like 2 weeks. Hi, Keith.
How you doing?
How's it going? Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you.
All right, so we're going to do some hip hop. You're going to tell us how great these albums are. This is completely unprompted.
All right.
We're kicking off with Ludacris, Word of Mouth. His third studio album was released a few weeks after 9/11 by Def Jam South. The Chicago Tribune praised the album's comedic nature, commenting that whether he's delivering a punchy one-liner, exaggerating his rhyme flow to a silly extreme, or cleverly deploying pop culture references, he keeps the mood light and festive. Even his skits are funny enough that they could serve as foundations for a top-tier comedy album on plum fruit punch wax. Get it before it prunes. There it is. Ludacris. What do you think?
That is a
great
classic
record.
album
It's a
right
classic record. There
Southern
you go.
rap.
Southern rap. Next up, we got 2 Chainz in the house, based on a true story. His debut, originally released on Def Jam Recordings back in the dark ages of 2012, it includes some heavy collabs like Lil Wayne, Kanye, Drake, Nicki Minaj, Scarface, John Legend, Dolla Boy, The Weeknd, Mike Posner, Chris Brown, and more. It was Grammy nom for Best Rap Album and certified platinum in 2016. It's on limited Fruit Punch for Hip Hop 50. 2 Chainz.
Fruit Punch, 2 Chainz.
There you go. Good stuff, Def Jam.
Very good album.
Okay, this is a big one, man.
even more.
Sean was. We're gonna keep going. Young Jeezy, Let's Get It, Thug Motivation 101, credited for popularizing trap along with several other Georgia-based rappers. Jeezy's debut rocketed to #2 on the Billboard 200 with hits like And Then What, featuring Manny Fresh, and Soul Survivor featuring Akon, which would become his biggest hit of his career. Pressed on limited Party Fruit Punch wax for Hip Hop 50. Did we mention it's explicit? It's really explicit. Hi, Emily. Hi,
I'm
Keith.
back.
So, you guys,
That's another good one.
that's another good one.
Here comes another classic right here.
Here it is. Redman, What? The album, the rapper's 1992 gold certified debut album featuring the hits Blow Your Mind and Time for Some what? Time for some action. All right, I can read. Hip Hop's 50th anniversary edition on indie exclusive Fruit Punch vinyl. That Blow Your Mind hit #1, which blows my mind.
He's definitely an underrated rapper, Redman,
Underrated.
but he is very, very good. It's a great album.
Next up, we have Freeway, Philadelphia Freeway. The Philly rapper's debut studio album reached the top 5 on the Billboard 200 when it was released in 2003. Includes guest spots by Jay-Z, Nate Dogg, Nelly, Faith Evans, Mariah Carey, and more. Hip Hop's 50th edition on Fruit Punch wax.
Cool.
Another great one.
So we are done with this part of the hip hop section, but Keith, if you want to hang out with us and pet Jazz or whatever,
I'm here with my sneaker
or if
shoes.
you know Claire Rosenkrantz, it's her debut album. Just because her catchy blues pop debut album feels like a refreshing summer breeze on a warm summer evening. The 19-year-old relates her own experiences of growing up, falling a little in love, and just being a teenager in today's hectic world. Rosenkrantz.
Next up
Yeah.
is Sufjan Stevens, Javelin, produced mostly by himself in his home studio and with contributions from several friends like Bryce Dessner of The National, for example. The press release states that he's returned to full singer-songwriter mode for the first time since Carrie and Lowell. That's been validated by universal acclaim from critics, and it just scored the coveted Best New Music from Pitchfork.
Woo!
Sounds like a great time to jump back in. We have a swank indie version pressed on lemonade vinyl with a 48-page book of original artwork and essays.
Nice. Coheed and Cambria, In Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth 3. Wow. 20th anniversary of this modern prog rock classic, their second studio album in the ongoing Armory Wars saga. We've got a press to order RSD Essentials limited edition on lavender vinyl for you while supplies last. And they're not going to last.
Next up is TV on the Radio, Return to Cookie Mountain.
What?
The critically lauded second studio album from the Brooklyn Rockers with the Halloween-adjacent track Wolf Like Me. Check out the video on YouTube if you've not seen it. It includes backing vocals from some superfan named David Bowie on the track Province on Opaque Orange, while supplies last.
Next up, Say Shishi Silver,
Shishi.
named Shishi, as a silent nod to Nile Rodgers' Chic. The 8-piece female-led band will transport you with their dreamy harmonies, catchy hooks, and up-tempo grooves. Look how shiny that is. Pressed on clear vinyl for this first shot, it's a Karma Chief Coal Mine Records release, so we know you're gonna dig it, because Coal Mine is diggable.
Shiny Shishi.
Shishi.
Next up is Jesus Lizard, Goat, the second studio album from the Noise Rockers, originally produced by Steve Albini and now remastered by Albini and Weston, with extensive liner notes, art, photos, and a download code, 180 gram, pressed on white.
Duster Stratosphere, the debut from the slowcore band, originally released 25 years ago and favorably compared by Pitchfork to My Bloody Valentine. Since then, it's gained a cult following, with many major artists citing it as an influence. We've got a limited Constellations splatter version for you. Duster.
Next up is Nightland, Torum, the latest from the Siberian dark folk duo Natalia and Anatoly, invite you beyond into a spiritual cosmic world. It's sung in the old languages Khanty, Siberian native tribe, and Old Norse, Old Icelandic. Torum means great sky, the great sky on which ancestors sit and where the souls of people and animals are reborn in the form of birds. Sadly, lots of birds these days.
Lots of birds over there. Iration, Day Trippin', the band says it's a return to their roots. We set out to strike a balance between polished studio production and the electrifying energy of a live show. We leaned on our reggae and rock influences to find a natural evolution from earlier albums like Time Bomb and Hot'n Up. Guests include Maxi Priest and Claire Wright, pressed to clear wax. Iration.
Next up is The Darkness, Permission to Land. I may believe in a thing called love, but I refuse to believe that this album is celebrating its 20th anniversary. I remember watching the video before school on MTV, and it blew my mind. What the heck? The chart-topping, award-winning, multi-platinum debut album changed the face of rock music forever when it was originally released, limited edition on blue marble. And you get this free
This cool magnet set. Look at that. Next up, Citizen, Callin' the Dogs. Guitarist Nick Ham says of the Toledo alt-rockers' 5th record, it truly is the most excited and energized the band has been in a very long time. The album makes me feel like I'm 19 again. It's like therapy or something. It sent a lightning bolt through everybody that worked on it. We're ready to go. Unlimited edition brown vinyl. Citizen.
Next up is Teddy Swims. I've tried everything but therapy, part 1.
More
Same.
therapy. Look at that. Everybody's in it.
Reigning from Atlanta, Georgia, the vocal powerhouse masterfully blends genres from pop, soul, hip-hop, and R&B. His remarkable debut album is a transformative record that pushes boundaries, inviting listeners to come along on his personal journey of self-discovery and growth. Indie-exclusive Milky Clear.
So great. Can't wait. Joe Bonamassa, Blues Deluxe Volume 2, the #1 Billboard artist, has also released the 2nd volume of his beloved blues collection. This collection includes 2 new original tracks and 8 new covers, all pressed on 180-gram blue vinyl.
Hey, guess what? We have Joe Bonamassa Blues Deluxe Part 1.
What?
The New York native guitarist and vocalist is celebrating the 20th anniversary of his blues compilation. The remastered version of this album features Eric Czar on bass, Kenny Cram on drums, Benny Harrison on the Hammond B3, and John Paris on harmonica.
Nice. We got the Krasno Moore Project, Book of Queens, Grammy-winning musicians Eric Krasno and Stanton Moore have shared the stage many times throughout the years. Now they've released a jazz album showcasing some of their favorite songs they performed together. Every song in this album is originally from a female artist, hence the title of the selection.
Next up is Mary J. Blige, A Merry Christmas. The Grammy Award-winning singer and Oscar-nominated actress is celebrating the 10th anniversary of her holiday album. Produced by the incomparable David Foster and features duets with artists such as Barbara Streisand, Chris Botti, the Clark sisters Jessie J, and Mark Anthony. This limited anniversary edition includes 2 previously unreleased tracks and is pressed on translucent green.
Next up, we got the Rolling Stones, England's newest hitmakers, released to coincide with their arrival in New York on June 1st, 1964, where they first began their first U.S. tour. Describing the album, Keith said, it reflected what we used to play at the Crawdaddy, a regular diet of Jimmy Reed, Bo Diddley, Muddy Waters with some Slim Harpo. The album was the cream of that set. There it is, the Rolling Stones.
Next up, Jackie McLean, Neiman's Dance. His music weaved in and out of the avant-garde throughout the late 60s, but the saxophonists maintained a decidedly post-bop edge on this album, featuring trumpeter Woody Shaw, pianist Lamont Johnson, bassist Scott Holt, and drummer Jack DeJohnette. Tone poet RTI Kevin Gray, you know.
Herbie Nichols Trio. Little known in his time, recognition has grown in recent decades for the pianist's unique style, which was introduced on a series of innovative Blue Note releases in the mid-1950s, including this album featuring Max Roach on drums and bassists Al McKibben and Teddy Kotick on Blue Note, Tone Poet, all that jazz.
Next up is Butcher Brown, Solar Music. The Richmond Jazz Quintet's 10th album explores a blend of genres. I got it.
I got it. Oh,
no. I dropped it. See? Blend of genres including jazz, hip hop, and R&B and soul. Feature special guests Pink Sifu, Braxton Cook, Jay Prince, Keon Harold, Michael Millions, Charlie Hunter, and more. And we also have the CD, which has been dropped on the floor by me, so it's worth
kind of
extra.
me. I kind of pulled it out. Girl Gang, Spunky. This Indonesian girl band is trailblazing their way through the independent music scene. The trio aims to celebrate their roots and use pop music to connect people across cultures. Their latest album explores the themes of feminism, mental health, and relationships, and is pressed on beautiful opaque pink vinyl. Spunky.
Next up, we got some Tom Waits. This one needs right first.
All right, let's do that.
Bone Machine. This rock album, which was originally released in 1992, was recently remastered by the California musician and his wife, Kathleen Brennan, who has also served as his longtime collaborator. The audio was sourced from the original production master tape and pressed on 180-gram vinyl.
Next up, Tom Waits, The Black Riders. This 30th anniversary edition of the rock legend's 12th studio album, also remastered by him and Kathleen. The audio was sourced from the original production master tape and pressed on 180-gram vinyl. Next up, Darius Rucker, Carolyn's Boy. This Charleston native is releasing his 6th country studio album, which is titled after his mother. The album includes his #1 hit, Beer and Sunshine, and his latest single, Fires Don't Start Themselves. He just did an in-store at one of those cool stores down there in Charleston, Monster Music. Packed the place, really cool. Primal Fear, Code Red, the German heroes of power metal bring you their 14th album that offers everything you love them for. The soaring, unmistakable vocals, powerful rhythm section, great melodies, catchy choruses, and the huge wall of sound on limited edition Transparent Orange. Primal Fear.
Next up is Animal Collective, Isn't It Now? The American experimental band is back. They brought in the multi-Grammy winning producer Russell Elevado to help mix classic pop, rock, and other playful elements of music all into one exciting and energetic album. We have the indie exclusive version pressed on Tangerine.
It's a lot to mix up there. OTEP Hydra, the heavy metal band's 6th studio album, is a concept record based on a novel by frontwoman Otep Shamaya. It makes its vinyl debut with its 10th anniversary edition, housed in a gatefold jacket and featuring an etched D-side. OTEP, O-T-E, yeah, there it is.
Next is Dorian Electra, Fanfare. This pop futurist from Houston, Texas is releasing their 3rd album. The 13 tracks explore modern celebrity culture and fame. Their previous albums have been celebrated for their queer aesthetics and experimental sounds.
All right, I'm gonna grab this one. Next up, we got Miss Olivia Newton-John, Just the Two of Us. The entertainment icon's legendary career has been immortalized in a collection of star-studded duets with her dear friends such as Dionne Warwick, Andy Gibb, Marie Osmond, Anne Murray, and more. 180-gram vinyl and includes this cool double-sided poster right here. Also, if you get the first one, you also get this cool double-sided poster, so you can get them both because we got them both in stock right now.
Next up is Reba McEntire, Not That Fancy. The country legend's companion album to her new book, which is also called Not That Fancy. All songs are stripped down acoustic versions of some of her biggest hits and were produced by Grammy-winning producer Dave Cobb. Also includes 3 new classic acoustic songs that have never been released and the brand new song 7 Minutes in Heaven.
Next up, A Day to Remember for Those Who Have Heart. Initially released in 2007, their breakthrough sophomore album saw the band start their rise to the very top of the Warped Tour metalcore scene. Newly remixed by Adam D of Killswitch Engage and remastered and pressed on indie-exclusive pink splatter vinyl. A Day to Remember.
Whew. That was a lot.
That was a lot. That was a lot of music right here. And it's going to be ready for you bright and early Friday morning. All you have to do is call us or message us. K-pop fans or K-pop curious, come see us on Saturday at 2.
These videos used to be like 5 to 10 minutes.
I
and
know.
Now it's
What
30.
happened? What happened? I guess the pressing plants are working again.
Yes, they are.
So exciting. All right. So, but thank you for an amazing weekend last weekend. Your task now that we've upped our game is to buy even more records this weekend.
Yeah.
So, heck yeah. Also, we the biggest restock ever. Not lying. We have hundreds of records that we're going to show you. I'm going to try to film them right now. So I might do a separate post. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
It might be up tonight. It might be up tomorrow.
Might be a few weeks. You don't know, but a lot of great records at great prices, and
Yes.
we'll show you those real soon. Be well. Hope to see you. Bye.
Bye.